Your evening feels heavy because it has quietly become a second workday. The day may be over on the clock, but the work has only changed shape. Now it looks like dishes beside the sink, clothes still sitting in the laundry basket, a message you have not answered, someone asking where something is, a thought about tomorrow that keeps returning even though tomorrow has not started yet. You sit down, perhaps for the first time in hours, but your mind is still moving through the house. It notices the kitchen counter. It remembers the appointment you need to confirm. It wonders whether there is enough food for tomorrow. It thinks about the handbag near the door, the laundry left in the machine, the person you meant to call, and the email that probably needs a reply. Your body has stopped. Your attention has not. And sometimes that is what makes an ordinary evening feel so tiring. It is not simply that there are things left to do. Most homes have things left to do. The heavier part is that every unfinished thing seems to be waiting for a decision. Should I wash that now? Should I answer that message tonight? Should I get everything ready for tomorrow? Should I keep going while I still have a little energy? Can I really sit down when the room still looks like this? None of these questions is especially dramatic, but they keep the day open. For many women over 40, evening tiredness is not only about what happened today. It can also come from years of being the person who notices what needs doing, the person who remembers, the person who checks, the person who prepares before anyone else realizes preparation is needed. You may be managing your own work while keeping part of someone else's schedule in your head. You may be thinking about children, grown children, a partner, aging parents, friends, bills, appointments, household supplies, or a family concern that has been sitting quietly in the background all day. Perhaps your life looks different from that, but you may still know the feeling of being the one who holds many loose ends. Each one seems small. A text that needs an answer. 3 dishes beside the sink. A handbag that needs unpacking. Clothes to choose for the morning. Milk to buy. A form to sign. A prescription to collect. One small thing is manageable. So are 2 or 3. But when a whole collection of small things arrives at the end of a long day, it begins to feel like another shift. This is where an evening routine can go wrong. Instead of helping you close the day, it becomes one more standard to meet. You may have seen routines that include a spotless kitchen, a long bath, journaling, stretching, reading, preparing breakfast, laying out clothes, organizing the next day, and turning the bedroom into a quiet retreat. There is nothing wrong with any of those things, but real evenings do not always leave room for all of them. Sometimes you are still clearing dinner while someone is talking to you from the next room. Sometimes the laundry is unfinished because the day changed halfway through. Sometimes you have enough energy to wash your face and put on pajamas, and not much more. Self-care for women over 40 has to fit inside real life. It cannot depend on having an empty house, an uninterrupted hour, or a version of you who is never tired. An evening routine does not need to help you finish everything. It only needs to make tomorrow a little easier to step into. That is a much kinder goal. When you are trying to finish everything, your eyes keep searching the house for the next problem. There is always another surface to clear, another message to send, another cupboard that could be sorted. You can work for an extra hour and still feel as though you stopped too soon. But when your aim is to soften the morning, the question becomes smaller. What could I do tonight that would remove one small piece of stress from tomorrow? Maybe it is washing the mug you always look for in the morning. Maybe it is putting your keys where you can find them. Maybe it is clearing enough space on the counter to make breakfast without moving a pile of yesterday's things. One small action gives the evening a boundary. You are caring for tomorrow, but you are not giving tomorrow all the energy you have left tonight. Start with the place that is pulling at your attention the most, not the area that would look best in a photograph, not the room you think a responsible woman should clean first. Choose the place that makes you feel slightly tense whenever you pass it. It may be the kitchen counter covered with cups, post chargers, and grocery receipts. It may be the chair in the bedroom that has slowly disappeared beneath clothes. It may be the entryway, where shoes, bags, and unopened parcels have collected. Or It may simply be the sink. Choose one place. You are not committing to a full cleaning session. You are giving your attention somewhere to land, so it stops jumping between 5 different unfinished jobs. Then gather the things that do not belong there. Do this quickly and without turning it into a larger organizing project. Use a basket, a tote bag, or one small pile. The charger can go in. So can the unopened post. Add the hairbrush, the notebook, the clean socks, the water bottle, or whatever has wandered into the wrong room. You do not have to return every item to its perfect home tonight. That can become another job and another set of decisions. For now, the basket is enough. Scattered objects can make a room feel noisier than it really is. Each one seems to ask something different of you. Where does this belong? Do I need to deal with it now? Why is this still here? Once those objects are gathered together, the room becomes quieter. You have not solved every problem. You have simply stopped several small things from asking for your attention at the same time. Now clear one flat surface, one counter, one bedside table, one corner of the dining table, one section of the bathroom sink. It does not have to be completely empty. It only needs to become usable again. Perhaps you leave the kettle and one mug on the kitchen counter. Perhaps the bedside table still holds a lamp, your glasses, and a book. Perhaps you clear just enough of the dining table to sit down with breakfast in the morning. A little open space can change the way a room feels. Tomorrow when you walk in, your eyes will have one calm place to rest. You will not begin the morning by immediately negotiating with last night's clutter. That may seem like a very small form of self-care. It is, and that is why it can fit into a tired evening. The next part of the routine takes less than a minute. Write down one important thing for tomorrow. Only one. Not a full schedule. Not every task you are worried you might forget. Choose the one thing that matters most. Call the dentist. Bring the document. Buy groceries after work. Check on mum. Send the form. Put the library books in the car. When a thought stays in your head, your mind may keep repeating it because it does not trust that the thought has been safely placed anywhere. Writing it down gives it somewhere else to live for the night. A long list can create more pressure. It shows you the whole of tomorrow before tomorrow has even begun. One clear note feels different. It gives you direction without turning bedtime into a planning session. Leave the note somewhere you will naturally see it. Beside your keys, near your handbag, on the kitchen counter, on the first page of your notebook. Then allow tomorrow to hold the rest. This is also a good moment to notice whether you are about to start something new simply because you have not yet given yourself permission to stop. It often happens in a very ordinary way. You open a cupboard to put away one cup and suddenly think the whole shelf needs reorganizing. You begin moving clothes from the chair and decide the wardrobe needs sorting. You remember an email that may take half an hour to answer properly. Or you start researching something important and find yourself comparing options late into the evening. The task may matter. It may genuinely need your attention, but that does not mean tonight is the right time to begin it. When your energy is already low, a normal decision can take much longer than it should. You may become frustrated, second-guess yourself, or create 3 new tasks while trying to complete one. It is reasonable to say, "This matters, but it does not belong to tonight." That is not laziness. It is a boundary around the energy you still have. A useful evening routine should leave a little energy with you. It should not use every last bit in the name of being prepared. Then there is the phone. You do not need to attempt a perfect digital detox. You do not have to lock the phone in another room or follow a rule that does not suit your life. Just choose a point when your phone is no longer the place where the workday continues. Turn it face down. Place it on a charger slightly out of reach. Silence the notifications that can wait. Or make one simple rule. Once you change into your sleep clothes, you do not open your email again. A phone makes it very easy for an evening to stay open. You check one message, then see another. You look at the weather and notice a new story. You open your calendar and remember something else you need to arrange. Within a few minutes' work, shopping family needs reminders and other people's opinions are all sitting beside you on the sofa. Putting the phone down is not about proving that you have excellent self-control. It is a quiet way of saying that your availability has an ending. You are still thoughtful if you answer a message in the morning. You are still dependable if one request waits overnight. You are allowed to be unreachable for a while. To finish the routine, choose one clear signal that the day is closing. Keep it ordinary. Turn off the kitchen light. Change into comfortable clothes. Wash your face. Close the curtains. Make a cup of caffeine-free tea. Drink a little warm water. Place your glasses on the bedside table. The action does not need to be special. What matters is the message attached to it. I am not beginning anything else tonight. A repeated signal can make the move from activity to rest feel less uncertain. Instead of waiting for every task to be finished, you choose a moment when the day is finished enough. Some evenings, you may follow every part of this routine. You may gather the clutter, clear a surface, write tomorrow's note, put down your phone, and switch off the kitchen light. Other evenings, you may clear half the counter and change into your pajamas. That still counts. Your routine has to respect the energy you actually have. The smallest version is often the one you can return to on normal days. A 5-minute routine that works when life is busy is more supportive than a beautiful 40-minute routine you can only manage when everything is already going well. You do not have to reach the bottom of the laundry basket before you are allowed to rest. You do not have to answer every message before becoming unavailable. You do not have to prepare the whole house for tomorrow. And you are not failing because your home still looks lived in at night. There may still be dishes drying by the sink. The basket may still contain clothes. A cardigan may still be hanging over the chair. There may be groceries to plan, forms to complete, and conversations that are not finished yet. A calm evening does not require everything to disappear. It asks you to decide what can remain without following you into bed. So tonight, look around and choose one thing that could make the morning feel a little lighter. Wash the mug you like to use. Put your keys beside your handbag. Clear one section of the counter. Write down the one reminder you keep repeating in your head. Then stop. Let that one action be enough for tonight. Self-care after 40 does not need to look impressive. It needs to be something you can actually use. Something that respects your responsibilities, your relationships, your home, and the amount of energy you have left at the end of the day. Your evening does not need to prove anything. It only needs to soften tomorrow. Subscribe for gentle evening routines for women over 40.